Hey, it's Anya, and we are doing something very fun today. We are going to assign a Taylor Swift song to every Gilmore Girls character because Taylor has a song for everything. So let's get into it. First, we're going to do some characters individually, and then we will move on to couples. So, first up, we have Rory. She's nothing new, like the song Nothing New, because uh, that whole song just says adolescence and your turbulent teenage years. How can a person know everything at 18 but nothing at 22? And that whole Phoebe Bridgers passage where she says that how long will it be cute, all this crying in my room, when you can't blame it on my youth and roll your eyes with affection. That's so true, because when you are throwing a tantrum or you're being moody, then it's blamed on your hormones and your adolescence. But when you do that same thing when you're 25 years old, it's not accepted. It's called, you are just asked to deal with it and move on. That how did I go from growing up to breaking down is also very true for Rory, because she was an academic weapon. She was excelling at relations. She was nailing high school, and then she drops out of college. She drops out of Yale, and then if you have seen A Year in the Life, it's not so good for her there also, because she's just sleeping around. She is Logan's mistress, the man who asked her whether she wanted to marry him, and she said no, and then 10 years later you're having an affair with him while he's engaged. I don't know what that was about. She moves back to her hometown for a job, a Yale student. I really imagine Rory from A Year in the Life saying these lyrics that I know someday I'm gonna meet her, it's a fever dream, the kind of radiance you only have at 17. She'll know the way, and then she'll say she got the map from me. I'll say I'm happy for you, then I'll cry myself to sleep. Next up, we have the two divas of Gilmore Girls, Patty and Babette. So Babette is like a nosy neighbor, and her job is to pass gossip around, to share rumors, and she's also a great character. She's also helpful. So I Look in People's Windows is the perfect song for her. I'm not going on a deeper level because I know that's really about seeing that people are having fun and not being a part of it. Like Taylor has written it that way, but I'm just seeing the title and I'm saying I Look in People's Windows is good for Babette. Patty. Patty is a showgirl, so we have to pick something from the life of a showgirl. You know I'm talking about Elizabeth Taylor, because Elizabeth Taylor has those lyrics like been number one but I never had two, and I can't have fun if I can't have you. So that's very true, because for Patty, because she doesn't have a man, of course, she has gone from husband 1, 2, 3 to 4, I don't know how many husbands she's had, and all the right guys promised they'd stay under bright lights, they withered away. Like, these lyrics scream Patty. She is shown as a poised ballerina who has passed her golden years and is now just working in a small town teaching ballet to girls. And so this Elizabeth Taylor is like her in her prime. Next we have Jess. There are so many songs for Jess that it was hard to just write like 2 3. So the first one is The Archer, because he loves to self-sabotage. The lyric, I've been the archer, I've been the prey, who could ever leave me, darling, but who could stay? Because Rory does get attached to him, very attached. So she's not able to leave him, but because he's so emotionally unavailable, she has to. So she can't even stay. Then I see right through me, they see right through me. These lyrics also are so true, because he knows he's bullshitting everyone. Everybody sees through his bullshit. He sees through his bullshit, but he can't help it. That's his nature, because his mother really did him dirty. Next song for Jess would be Dorothea, because Rory is like this high class girl from this high society, and Jess is just the nephew of a diner owner. And so, like, Dorothea says, hey Dorothea, do you ever stop and think about me? When we were younger down in the park, making a lark of the misery. You got shiny friends since you left town. Now these lyrics, I just think of that episode where he says, why did you drop out of Yale? And Logan, he says that you should send me a copy of your book. And Jess is like, yeah, and where should I send it to? The blonde dick at Yale or something like that. He says something like that. So he is that shiny friend that the narrator in Dorothea is talking about, and Jess is Dorothea's oldest friend. Dorothea is Rory. So this is a very good one that I found. Like, a tiny screen's the only place I see you now. I got nothing but well wishes for you, because he does wish the best for her. He does, because she also brought out the best in him. And damn Dorothea, they all want to be here. But are you still the same soul I met under the bleachers? Because he also says that we used to make fun of guys like this. You're in your Porsche and you're going out with a guy like this. So are you still the same girl that I met in Stars Hollow? And the third one is very obvious. I knew you were trouble. He was trouble. Everybody knew it. The whole town knew it. Rory's mom knew it. Even Rory knew it. This specific lyric about his nonchalant nature, like, I guess you didn't care and I guess I like that. When I fell hard, you took a step back without me. Because I remember, like, on her graduation day, when she calls him again and he picks up. He knows it's her, but he doesn't answer. And she's like, you messed everything up, Jess. We had everything going on, which was so great, and now look what you've done. No apologies. He'll never see you cry and pretend he's not the reason why you're drowning. These lyrics are also great. Now, we have Dean. Now, like, you will see me rolling my eyes on all these characters because Gilmore Girls script is so well written. Like, it will leave you having a love-hate relationship with all the characters. So with Dean, 15 is the song to go, because like, when you're 15 and somebody tells you they love you, you're gonna believe them. And then you're on your very first date and he's got a car and you're feeling like flying, and your mama's waiting up and you're thinking he's the one, and you're dancing around your room when the night ends. It just shows that this young teenage love is not meant to last, mostly. Like, while it lasted, it was golden for her. And that's why I also think Today Was a Fairy Tale is a great song for it. I wore a dress, he wore a dark grey t-shirt. He told me I was pretty when I looked like a mess. Today Was a Fairy Tale. That's great for this situation as well. Then, if we are talking about Dean, we have to talk about Lindsay. And it was not difficult to think of a song for Lindsay because she is the embodiment of tolerated. Like, I think Taylor was thinking, okay, Lindsay, I should have tolerated because of her. Because that's so true. So I'll tell you the lyrics. I wait by the door like I'm just a kid. Use my best colors for your portrait. Lay the table with the fancy shit and watch you tolerate it. I remember that episode where she makes that meatloaf for him, and she makes it so painstakingly. She goes to such great lengths to make him happy, and all he does is yell at her, disrespect her. Especially the lyric, now I'm begging for footnotes in the story of your life, drawing hearts in the byline, is so true. Because for Dean, his epic love is Rory. His epic love is Rory. What about Lindsay, your wife? What about her? Nothing about her. And so she's just waiting to be a part of his story, but she's not, because Rory is, even though she's his wife. Next up, we have Emily. Emily is father figure. Now, Emily and Lorelai both give father figure energy, but I had something better for Lorelai, so I put this for Emily. But she really is. Like, I'll tell you the stanza where she acts as a father figure for Lorelai, and then a stanza where she acts as a father figure for Rory. So for Lorelai, I'll be your father figure and my check's bigger and all that. This love is pure profit. Step into my office. I dry your tears with my sleeve. Leave it with me. I protect the family. Now for Rory, you remember that time when Rory joins the DAR and then they get into a very bad cat fight, Rory and her grandmother, and then they just stop talking and she disrespects her also. Yeah, she disrespects her a lot, and then Emily is like, you must be happy, Lorelai, that's what you wanted. You wanted her to hate me and now she does. So you want to fight, you found it. I got the place surrounded. You will be sleeping with the fishes. Before you know, you're drowning. Whose portrait's on the mantle? Who covered up your scandals? And mistake my kindness for weakness and find your card cancelled. Because she was like, I give you my pool house and now you're behaving like this with me. I decorated your pool house. I didn't. And Rory was like, but I didn't ask you to decorate it. And she was like, I didn't hear you say, stop, grandmother, don't do this, grandmother. You just went along with it because you were happy that it was happening. And so that's why I feel these lyrics, like, I covered up your scandals, because Emily and Richard are the people who save Rory when she is arrested, and they get a lawyer for her and get her all that community service that she has to do. They help her with all that. And so, yeah. And then when she disrespects them, she has to move out and she lives with Lane after that. Richard is the last great American dynasty. Has to be like, don't go in the song because it's not related to Richard, but this line just gives that old money, fancy man, gentleman type of energy. So, last great American dynasty is what I think suits Richard. Lane is you're on your own, kid, because she's always on her own, be it relationships, be it her career or her marriage, her pregnancy. I don't think Rory is a very good friend. She's not. Like, she only goes to Lane, she only talks to Lane when she has problems of her own, and when Lane has to talk, it's misters before sisters. Then we have Logan. I think Logan just gives gold rush. I don't like a gold rush, gold rush. I don't like anticipating my face with a red flush. I don't like that anyone would dare to feel your touch. Everybody wants you. Everybody wonders what it would be like to love you. So yeah, that's actually Rory and Logan, because everybody loves, like, everybody wants to be with Logan. He has that Libra charismatic energy. Now we come to the mother, Lorelai. So Lorelai ke liye bhi I have plenty of songs. So first one is Long Story Short. Of course, Long Story Short suits. So Long Story Short, I survived. I fell from the pedestal down the rabbit hole. So it was the wrong guy. Like, these lyrics scream Lorelai. This is me trying. This is me trying is also so true, because she's just trying to make it work. She is trying, and that line, I got wasted like all my potential. That's so true, because she got pregnant and then she was not able to do everything that she was destined to do. And for this is me trying, and my words shoot to kill when I'm mad. That's so true, because she becomes ferocious when she's mad. She doesn't think twice then. She doesn't, like, even when she's fighting with Rory, when she's fighting with Emily, with Suki, she will say anything to win the argument. And then she will regret it later. You're a flashback in a film reel on a one screen in my town. This, I don't know how it's so accurate, because you remember that episode where Lorelai, like, she is a mess after her and Luke break up, and then she has that flashback where on a projector the scene is playing where Lorelai and Luke are talking, and Luke is like, I'm all in. Lorelai doesn't say anything, and Lorelai is like watching that. She say something, but he does not. Does Taylor take inspiration from Gilmore Girls? Because it can't be this much of a coincidence. Thirdly, we have the man, because Lorelai is the man. She was always the man. Father figure is Emily, the man is Lorelai. So I distributed it. Suki is just, we don't get that complex a character for Suki. She's just a happy-go-lucky girl. She's just Lorelai's friend. So it's nice to have a friend, is what I could think for Suki. If you have something better for her that actually talks about her personality, please tell me. That was it for this week's video. Please tell me if you want me to make this type of, because I'm a die-hard Taylor fan. I'm a Swiftie. So if you want me to assign her songs to other shows, characters, or you want some other kind of video from me, do tell me. And until then, au revoir.